I've done a few home improvement projects over the years, and I learned that measuring is important. The old saying goes, measure twice, cut once. For me, it's usually measure 3, maybe 4 times because I don't trust myself. Now, with that in mind, there's a limit to how much measuring I want to do. Measuring a 2x4, some windows or even our bedroom, fine. Measuring the property line, maybe. Measuring a city that stretches over 1,400 miles in every direction, that's a job I'd gladly leave to an angel. That's what we find in Revelation 21. John tells us the angel who talked with me had a measuring rod of gold to measure the city, its gates and its walls. The city was laid out like a square as long as it was wide. He measured the city with the rod and found it to be 12,000 stadia in length and as wide and high as it is long. That means the city John describes could stretch from Los Angeles to Portland. And that's just one side. We're told it's as high as it is wide, which is difficult to fathom. The tallest building in the world today is classified as mega tall, yet when compared to the city John sees, it barely registers. At a certain point, the question is no longer whether we can imagine such a structure. The point is we can't. The dimensions are intentionally overwhelming. John's describing something beyond anything we've ever seen. But the most remarkable thing isn't the city's size. It's what it represents. Earlier in the chapter, the angel promised to show John the bride, the wife of the Lamb. Instead, he shows him a city. It isn't a bait and switch. The city is the bride. Most readers focus on what this passage tells us about the new creation. And that's understandable. The vision is quite literally wonderful. But the city's more than a destination. It's a picture of God's redeemed people. The question our text invites isn't merely what kind of place will the new creation be, but instead what kind of people is God making us into? The text that follows helps us to answer that question. Now, first, John tells us the angel measured the wall using human measurement, and it was 144 cubits thick. Then he goes on to describe the wall. The wall was made of jasper and the city of pure gold, as pure as glass. And John's point isn't to describe a big, beautiful wall. Rather, the point as he made back in verse 11 is that the city shone with the glory of God, and its brilliance was like that of a very precious jewel. That might not sound important, but it is. Earlier in Revelation 4, God was seated on the throne, and his appearance was like that of jasper. The point is this: the city reflects the one who dwells within it. That's the eschatological reality towards which every believer is moving. One day, God's work in us will be complete. The image of God, distorted by sin, will be fully, finally, and forever restored. And it also begs a question for today. We might not shine radiantly all the time, but are there traces of Christ's character visible in our lives? Do our words, our actions, our priorities, and our relationships, do they truly reflect the one who dwells within us? Is his beauty visible? Is it evident? By God's grace, may that be increasingly true of us today. God bless.